Hello, everyone. This is Roger Michalski, publisher of Eagle Financial Publications, and I'm so thrilled to introduce the latest addition to the Eagle family, Day Trade Spy. And we'll get into a little bit more about, Hugh here and what Day Trade Spy is. But first, I want to tell you, I've had a lot of customers ask us, boy, we'd love to do a live trading room, and can you offer that? And we haven't been able to offer that for a long time. And as I'm very picky on who joins the Eagle. I actually, quite honestly, turn lots of people down almost on a monthly basis, really. Actually, I have a lot of people come to me and they just don't cut it. And so I've been waiting for the right time to get into the day trading room. And then I found Hugh Grossman. And so we started talking, and Hugh, welcome to the Eagle family. We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you very much, Roger. How did we sneak through that filter of yours to get through to the side? I don't get it, but very glad to be here, and thank you very much. You know, they say necessity is the mother of invention. I never went to school to become a stock trader. I never spent any time on the stock market, although I did. I think it was at the Chicago board one afternoon in the gallery or something, watching for a little bit. I always knew there was money in this business. I come from a corporate America background, and like the good salaried employee, I would hand off a lot of my money to my financial advisor to invest in my future, my retirement. And oddly enough, as an internal auditor, you'd think that I'd be on top of this, but I wasn't. But I used to get the envelopes every now and then, but I always just stack them up. I'll look at them later on down the road sometimes. I'm sure my friend Mike is going to take care of me, right? One day I thought I'd better open this up and see how much money I have. And I was shocked to see how little I had. About half my capital was gone. So I called Mike and I said to him, okay, my fault. I should have been on top of it. I don't know what happened, whatever. We got into some words that I would never repeat anywhere else. I essentially said to him, uh, okay, cut me a check for whatever you have left. I have to figure out how to do this myself. Obviously, your interest is not mine. I went there the next day, picked up the check, and I was so saddened. But it's one of those moments in life, those moments where it's a life-changing thing that happens to you. I realized a couple of things. Number one, nobody cares or should care more about your money than you. Okay. You are the one that should care the most about your own money, your own financial future. We spend more time planning things like our vacations and other things in life, our weekends and stuff, than we do our own financial futures, which is just crazy. The other thing I realized was that with the power of the internet, we literally have at our fingertips all the information just as much as anybody else. So why would or should anybody else have more information? I mean, maybe by a couple seconds or something, but really, once we figure out how to do this, it's not all that difficult. So I set out to learn everything I possibly can about trading and investing and all that. And probably like most people, I started with equities and worked my way through the various things, looked at futures and Forex. And oh my gosh, Forex, a horrible story there, but won't even get into that one. But I found options. And then once I got into options, I streamlined it right down to SPY options, day trading SPY options. I became a specialist at this one thing. And if you can get to be a real specialist at one strategy that works very well for you, hone that skill, get very good at it, you can make a lot of money, and it doesn't matter what else you trade. Doesn't matter, nothing else matters out there. And since I discovered this and I got good at it, I didn't care about it. I never traded any more stocks, nothing. That was it. This is it. I felt it's like I came home. And I love SPY. It's the most diverse stock out there. It's the most liquid stock there. It's affordable. It has great movement. It's got a great personality that you can determine what the market's going to go with it. All the benefits, everything is right there. You don't have to analyze it for hours and hours and hours. I can get in front of my computer at about 8:30 in the morning and pretty quickly find out where the market's going to go that day and just go and trade it and trade for an hour or two and make my money and get on with the rest of my day. It's beautiful. So there's a lot of great benefits to trading SPY. And once I started making some money, it was interesting what happened. Obviously, I quit my job and I started bringing home the toys, lots of vacations, new cars, new house, new airplane. people start asking me, okay, Hugh, what lottery did you win? No, just trading SPY. So they coerced me into teaching them. And that's where the business started, Day Trade Spy. It was actually by accident. It was never supposed to be this way. And but just ballooned and mushroomed, and people would tell each other and their friends. And before I knew it, I had people asking, "You got to show me, you got to show me," and everything just went up from there. So it was actually pretty cool. So yeah,
Yeah.
really,
Well,
really
and one of
loved
the
it.
things, yeah, one of the things I love about you, Hugh, is the teaching of it, and I can just tell the joy you get from it. Your personality just comes through, and you get that smile, and you can tell you love what you do. And that's one of the things that when we started talking, it was just something that really was like, this would be perfect to be part of Eagle. So now we were having dinner the other night, and you just kind of alluded to this. You really only trade in the morning, and it's usually around an hour, maybe a little bit over that. But you mentioned that I used to trade all day, and I realized that was a bad thing. And I was like, what? Like that? I mean, I was a little surprised at that because I know lots of traders who trade all day. That's what they do, and they have this job from 9:30 to 4 o'clock every day, and they're glued all day to their computers. But you said it's a bad thing, so explain to everybody like why that's a bad thing.
Roger, everything I teach, I learn the hard way. Okay, I learned from the trenches, real deep, training that I had to endure, lessons. So that comes from an answer to your question. Uh, I would trade all day, in and out, in and out. I was a pretty good trader. I would do 6 or 7 trades, and I'd walk with a lot of money. But that last trade I would get into maybe 3 o'clock, and suddenly it went against me. And then 4 o'clock comes, I've got a decision to make. Well, let me see. Do I hold overnight? In which case, if it opens against me the next day, that's a bad thing. If it opens in my favor, well, as it turned out, it was a good thing, but it's really a bad decision because I just got lucky. And if I am sort of taught that to hold overnight and it's going to open in my direction, then I'm going to think that I did something right. I'm going to do it again until I end up losing. So that's not a good way of doing it. And then of course, if I sell at the end of the day for a loss, well, there goes all my profits. And that moment when I woke up to that came when I did the math and I said, well, I'm gonna sell and take the loss. And I remember going through that day and I had something like $1.46 profit for the whole day. So I thought to myself, oh, so I was in and out 6 or 7 times and I didn't even get a cup of coffee out of this. So that's when I decided if I just cut off my trading right at noon, in other words, I just trade in the morning. If I can't make my money in the morning, I'm not going to make it in the afternoon. Because I think you all know that if you're in a bad trade at say 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that 4 o'clock bell comes up real fast, and now you're in a situation. So if I stop trading at 12 noon, two things happen. Number one, I kept more of my money, and number two, I suddenly got my afternoons back, and I can go and do whatever I want, which is really kind of cool too. So the best of both worlds. And that's why I stopped trading at about noon. Now, if I'm still in the trade from the morning, I'll still keep going, but I have lots of time, in which case I can massage the trade or let it organically come back in my direction or determine what I want to do with it. But no new trades after 12 o'clock.
All right, so that's very interesting. Well, we're so excited to have you as part of the Eagle family. Some of we'll over the next couple of videos, we're gonna actually meet his partner in crime, Aaron. They're both in the trading room every day. We're gonna learn all the details about the trading room, and then also a couple of his other services. So this is the first of 4 short videos. They'll be pretty short. Time is money, right? And your time is valuable. So we just want to get everybody at Eagle introduced to this, the latest addition to the Eagle family. And with DayTradeSPY, specialized trading options just on the SPY. And he will help you learn how to trade that, teach you, and then you can follow along with his trades. And you're done, you have your afternoons all to yourself. And in fact, the trading room is pretty much only until usually about 10:30, maybe 11. So you actually even have your lunchtime and everything ready. So Hugh, thanks so much for joining us today. Again, welcome to the Eagle family. We are very, very excited to have you. And I know our subscribers are just going to love you guys.
Thank you, Roger. We're very excited to be part of you too as well. But believe me, it's very exciting. So looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you. And thank everybody for watching, and be on the outlook for the next couple of videos in the series. And this is Roger Michalski signing off and wishing you a very profitable day. Goodbye.